Good day, folks. This is Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today, I am highlighting what I think is the best post made in the world, not just the United States, but the world. This is a timeless. These are actually made in Tennessee, keeping hardworking Americans employed, and consequently, it's the best post made. It's non-conductive. It's got the holes already drilled in on 3-inch centers all the way down, and it's just a heck of a post. We drive over these, so we have the wire here. We just drive over them. So we got the bale jumper there on the front of that four-wheeler. It hits the wire, and you literally drive over the fence without getting off. And these will bend down to the ground. There's several different sizes. This is actually a 4-footer. I went to the 1 3/4. These are some that I had in stock, so I used them. This is 1.5 inches, but I really like the 1 3/4. They're just, just adds you a little bit more beef. You don't have to paint these posts. They've got a UV stabilized exterior liner on them. You really can see it if you look right on top. See, there's a white layer all the way around that post. These are extruded right there in Tennessee. They're drilled and they're sharpened. You use the steel post driver to put them in the ground. And if you get in a rocky area, they do sell a bit. You can put on a cordless drill and or a hammer drill if you got a generator or whatever. You get into rock, even driving steel posts into rock, you got to pre-drill the holes. We're fortunate we don't live in a rocky area. We do have heavy clay soils here, and they drive like candy. The other thing I like about these is, they're attractive. I mean, this is the bull farm. You can see them going up the hill there. Let me zero in on them. Yeah, there you can see them. Our road frontage actor, those are 5.5 footers, 5 high tensile wires, super attractive fence. I don't know how many people I've had stop and say, Greg, that's one good looking fence. I'm like, yeah, well, thank you. I think it is too. And, part of your property, if you're in the leasing business, this is a farm we own, but if you are in the land leasing business and you do have a farm like this, you can go show people that, if I lease a farm, this is what it's going to look like. It's a feather in your hat, okay? Because in the land leasing business, you're also in the land beautification business. And, you can say, oh, that's just kind of wonky. It is not wonky. It's the truth. And if more people would pay attention to keeping their farms looking sharp and attractive, they would probably have a little bit better luck getting a lease and keeping the lease. Because, as a landowner, you don't want a nasty looking fence on your farm. You want it to look sharp. And this is the first step. Your posts are everything. If you put in crappy posts, and I get this all the time, people, oh, those things are expensive. I'm just going to use steel posts and clip-on insulators. Are you kidding me? You're going to drive a ground rod every 20 feet all the way around your whole farm, and then you're going to put on those stupid clip-on clips that when a deer hits them, they go flying off, and now you got a high tensile wire resting against your steel post. Multiple. If it's a 5-wire fence, you may have 5 wires against your steel post. You're never going to keep your fence hot, ever. What I like these also, folks, is offset. So let's just say you buy a farm and it's got a woven wire fence around it. Well, you need to carry power around your farm if you're going to rotate cattle. I mean, you don't want to be out there moving a portable fencer, like a solar fencer all day long. Run you a wire around your farm, the perimeter on the inside, just like this. And you can use these. These are 4-footers, or you use 4.5 if you want a little more beef in the ground. And put this about 6 inches away. Put my hand out here. About 6 inches away from your exterior, okay? Now you've got a power feed all the way around your farm. And so when you go to strip graze, like what we do constantly, we strip graze 365 days of the year. We're always moving wires. Folks, I love this. I mean, look at that. There's no fence out here. we've got these. We've got our power fences coming across, splitting this farm into, you know, like 20, 30 acre paddocks. But then we can go this way, see? And so it's wide open. You can ride your four-wheel on it. If you're a horse guy, you can ride your horses on it. You don't have all these fences to interfere with you. And your water, you know, you get a water point like we've got up on this hill, that blue tank. It opens up this whole ridge. Just start at your water, start grazing away. Animals can walk. They can walk a distance. It's not going to hurt them. And I like to keep that distance about 900 to 1,000 feet maximum. Closer is better. It gives you better grazing utilization, but it all starts right there. Folks, if you put in crappy post, I'm talking conductive, and I see people doing it. You know, and I understand, you know, when you start out, you don't have any money and you got a bunch of re-rod. Chop up that re-rod you got for cheap. You stick one of them plastic insulators on it. You know, if that floats your boat and it works, go for it. But as you get into this and you start doing it more and more, you're going to find out that you'll spend a lot less time looking for shorts if you use a good post. So back to, oh, they're expensive. No, they are not expensive. When you calculate in the cost of your insulator, your steel post, and your time, what is your time worth? You're out there every night after you get off work in the dark with a flashlight trying to figure out where your fence is shorted out. This is the cheapest thing you can put on your farm, folks. One time and done. One time and done. Put in a good fence, good post, high tensile wire. Don't use that 14 gauge crap. You got to use 12 gauge, 12.5 gauge, 170 to 180,000 psi, and sleep at night, knowing that if a deer hits this, it may flip the deer upside down. He'll get up and take off running, or probably clip his feet on it, but he's not going to break your wire. He's not going to break the post. See, these posts just flex. So, oh, the other thing, they're made out of recycled vinyl ester windows. So you're keeping a lot of this stuff out of the landfill. Feel good about that. I think anytime we can do something like that and not put more junk into a landfill, that's good too. I mean, make a good product out of it. So go to the description section on this video. I'm highlighting Timeless Post right there at the top. There's an email, there's a web address there. And yeah, I don't promote a lot of stuff on my, I really don't. I get requests almost every day from somebody wanting me to promote a security camera or this or that or something for the farm. And say, I'm just, no, that's not me. I'm not saying it's bad to do. If you want to do that, that's fine, but I don't do it. I do boots because this is what I'm wearing. You know, I really promote the Hisea boots. I like them, and we get by good with them. And I promote these. Timeless. Folks, do it once and be done with it. Just do it once. And you're going to love them. We've been using these things for years, and they make corners now. The Australian A-frame, those are awesome. I'm going to do a video on those. We've got some of those installed, and we're loving them. They work really good. Folks, y'all have a good one. And again, the best post in the world is the Timeless Fence Post, and made here in the good old United States in Tennessee. And let's keep those Tennessee boys working down there. Y'all have a good one. Take care.